Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Alex Gomez, and on today's video I'm going to show you this lighting tutorial, how to achieve this lighting, and I'm gonna take it step by step. So let's get to it. Okay, so I brought this model from Zbrush. I imported it, I exported as a FBX. I imported it to my workspace. So I'm gonna start arranging my workspace. So first I'm gonna get here right in the corner. I'm gonna split this up probably around there. After that I'm gonna split this one down. Probably around there. So I'm gonna have like three spaces here. One is gonna be my camera, second is gonna be just my perspective, and third one is gonna be just my shade, my how you call that, shaded editor, pretty much. So you can just change it right here to shaded editor, and for this one the camera. So we need a camera. Let's press Shift A and create a camera. Has your camera right there. And what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna press N. So you press N, you get these tabs. Go to View, Local Camera, and go to View and Camera, and set Object as Camera. Active Object or Active Camera is the same. So this is one active camera. I have two cameras, that's why I went to that one. So let's select my second camera. So I'm gonna go to View, Camera, and this one. Okay, then start zooming out. So you can zoom out when you have these two locks. Okay, so you don't need them anymore. So I'm just gonna press N right there, and I'm gonna start setting up a nice camera here for this character. Probably something around there. It looks nice, I'll say. For this I already applied the materials. Materials are a little bit different than lighting, but you know, I already have kind of like I brought it with Zbrush, just doing color attributes. So whatever Polypaint I have in Zbrush, I can just have that color attribute connected to my base color. So that's why I'm gonna have my things. For my render settings, I'm gonna change this to cycles, GPU compute, and for the maximal samples, 512, because I'm already gonna have a denoise in my render, so I don't have to have the default of 4098 samples, which is a lot, and it takes probably 3 times to render. So I'm just gonna have my camera right here, nice and pretty, perfect. So I have all my shaders, I assign all the colors that I want for all the materials. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to get my preview render, and there is not gonna be anything. And why is not gonna be anything? Because normally by default, if you go to world here in the shader editor, the background by default is always 1, and you're gonna see some of the stuff. I like to start this from scratch, from 0. Then I'm gonna use kind of like a 3-point light technique: a key light, a fill light, and a backlight. Okay, but then you can just kind of like add extra lights to make it like a more creative and give like a more, you know, artistic, pretty much. Okay, so Shift A, light. I'm gonna go with a point light, and I'm gonna do my point light around this area here, right there, up, right around there. And this is gonna be my key light. I'm gonna go to change the power to probably 500, something like way hotter than that. Let's go there. And pretty much I just want the half of the face to get something right there. Okay, probably that's a little bit too much, so let's bring it down to 300, 400. You know, I still want like some really nice light. Okay, so I have this. Then I'm gonna get a backlight. So for the backlight, something that I can do, what is my new point light? So I can just double click here and call it key, and I just turn it off right there, my key light. Then I'm gonna Shift A, light, and I'm gonna get another point light, and this is gonna be my backlight, and this is gonna be super intense right there. I'm gonna get the power to 1000, and look how nice it gets, kind of like that rim light. That's why it's called a rim light. The more like that, that's too much. I just want this side, you know. Go like that. And for this, we're going to change the color or the temperature and make it cooler. around that. Okay, so now that I know, you see, I turned off my key lights because I know that now what I'm doing here. I'm gonna call this rim. So you know, if I have my key light on, even you have your ring one, you know, it's easier to see when the other lights are off. So I'm gonna turn this one off, turn this one off, and I'm gonna add another light, and that's gonna be my fill light. So Shift A, and this is just point light. You can do this with area lights. I like to use area lights because you can control the softness of the shadows way easier. So this fill light right there. Let's increase this to probably 100. Probably that's too much. Let's bring it down to 25. That's probably good. And you see how nice it feels right there. Okay. So if you get your rim, and then if you get your key, you're getting a nice light. Then like I feel like my key is a little bit too strong. I'm just gonna move it this way here. A little bit up. Okay. Perfect. I'm gonna press N. I want to see this a little bit closer, so I'm gonna press N. And I think it's a local camera right there. Nope. Local camera. I messed it up. Let's say that this is my local camera, but if I want to zoom in here, I have to take this off, and look, I can make this bigger. And then if I tick this on, I can just navigate. So let's do that. So look, I have my key light, my fill light, my rim light, and then I want to add another extra light just to give a little bit more of a coolness here. And I'm gonna make this orange right there, and it's gonna be like probably 500. But this is gonna be down right there. And let's bring this down to 100. So I just want a little bit of warmth coming from that side and from the back here, right there. Okay. But I need a little bit of bounce as well. So I'm just gonna create a plane. Shift A, and I'm gonna make a plane. Where's my plane? Mesh, plane. There you go. I'm gonna scale this up. Boom. I'm gonna move it down. And in my plane attributes, in the visibility, I'm gonna make this no renderable. So just turn it off in camera. So it's not gonna render in camera, but still it's gonna affect the diffuse of it. Okay, if I turn this off, you see that bounce, we're losing the bounce around this area. So there you go. So I'm gonna turn it off in camera, and I'm gonna add a color to it. So object, and let's add a color to it. Let's add a new shader, and let's add kind of like a red. Make it something super warm right there. And look. So now that you have your let's see, I just want to make sure that my lights are there. Just press F12, and you're gonna have a nice render. There you go. And you see that it won't take probably like 20 seconds at the most. Let's see, let's keep going, almost there. There you go, 20 seconds. And then applies the denoise, and you're good to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you want the background like that, what you can do is go to your render properties, in film, transparent, and also in the color management. I did a medium high contrast just to give it a little bit more contrast. But obviously then in Photoshop, I definitely add some extra tweaks of using how you call that, a camera raw filter, and I'll show you those in a second. Just stand by. Okay, so once in Photoshop or whatever editing software you have, I'm just gonna duplicate this layer. Let's duplicate it. I'm gonna turn this one off. I'm going to go to filter and camera raw filter. And you can use this in whatever like adjustment layers you have in the editing program that you're using. I'm using Photoshop. I've been using for so long. So you can adjust the temperature. I like to take not this one. The temperature down, the tint up, the exposure a little bit up, making more contrast. Shadows more pronounced. So you know, a little bit brighter, I think so. And the highlights, let's adjust a little bit high too. Vibrance and saturation, like the vibrance up. If you go like to extreme with these settings, it's just gonna your image is gonna look super bad. And the saturation, I'm just gonna put it down, and I have to put down that saturation. Look how nice that's looking. You're gonna see the difference now. Before, after. It's kind of like brings the image a little bit more. I'm going to create another layer right there, and I'm gonna do a gradient color that I had already picked. So I'm just gonna press Shift and go down like that. Boom. Here we go. You have a really nice image that you can post for your portfolio, Instagram, or whatever you guys need. So I hope you enjoyed this video, this tutorial. If you have any questions, let me know. Please follow me, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, TikTok, all my social medias. And I'm sure I'm gonna keep coming back with more tutorials and more free stuff for you guys. So take care and have an amazing day.